The docking bay of Station Kepler 7 hummed with the usual chaos of interstellar commerce. Merchants haggled over exotic goods, pilots complained about docking fees, and somewhere in the distance, a faulty oxygen regulator hissed like an angry serpent. Daniel Reeves barely noticed any of it. He was too focused on the ancient freighter in Bay 12, its hull scarred by decades of hard vacuum and harder landings. "You're sure you don't want payment up front?" the woman asked again. Daniel glanced up from his diagnostic scanner, squinting through the welding mask perched on his forehead. The woman was striking tall, with platinum hair braided in an elaborate pattern he'd never seen before. Her clothes were simple enough, a pilot's jumpsuit, but something about the way she carried herself suggested she was accustomed to people making way when she walked. "Ma'am, I told you already," Daniel said, wiping grease from his hands onto his coveralls. "I'll run the diagnostics, figure out what's wrong, then we'll talk price. No point charging you for work that might not need doing." The woman she'd introduced herself simply as Anna tilted her head, studying him with eyes the color of deep space. "That's unusual. Most mechanics on this station would have already quoted me 3 times the actual repair cost." Daniel shrugged. "Yeah, well, my dad taught me that honesty's cheaper in the long run. Reputation means something out here." He tapped the scanner against his palm. "Your hyperdrive coupling shot, that much is obvious. But I'm seeing some weird fluctuations in your antimatter containment field. Mind if I take a closer look?" "Please," Anna said, gesturing toward the ship. "Do whatever you need." For the next 6 hours, Daniel worked. He crawled through access tunnels, designed for species half his size, his human flexibility proving advantageous where rigid Corthian or bulky Vexian engineers would have struggled. He bypassed 3 different safety systems that had been incorrectly installed, probably by the certified technicians Anna had mentioned visiting, before Anne discovered that someone had actually welded a critical power relay backwards. "Whoever worked on this last nearly killed you," Daniel called out from inside the engine compartment. "This relay, if you jumped to hyperspace with it configured like this, your containment field would have collapsed. The antimatter explosion would have vaporized everything within 500 meters. There was a long pause. When Anna spoke again, her voice was quieter. "I see. And you can fix it." "Already did." But on a ... Daniel emerged from the compartment, his face smudged with carbon scoring. "I need to be straight with you. These repairs, the parts, the time I'm looking at may be for 500 credits in materials. But any other shop would charge you 10 times that. They'd see this ship, see you're not local, and figure you for an easy mark." Anna's expression was unreadable. "And you're not going to do that?" "No, ma'am. That's not how humans do business. At least, not how I do business." He pulled out his tablet, showing her the itemized list. "Here's everything that was wrong, everything I fixed, and the actual cost of parts. I'll charge you 600 total, that includes my labor." "Fair." For a moment, Anna just stared at him. Then, to Daniel's surprise, she laughed a genuine, delighted sound that seemed to transform her entire demeanor. "Fair," she agreed. "Daniel Reeves, you are either the most honest mechanic in the galaxy or the worst businessman." "Probably both," Daniel admitted with a grin. "But I sleep well at night." Anna tapped something on her own device, and Daniel's tablet chimed with a payment notification. But instead of 600 credits, the display showed 6,000. "Whoa, hey, there's been a mistake," Daniel started. "No mistake," Anna interrupted. She reached up and touched something behind her ear. Suddenly, the air around her shimmered, and her appearance changed. The simple jumpsuit transformed into flowing robes of silver and blue. A crown, actual honest-to-God crown, materialized on her head, glowing with soft bioluminescent light. "I am Queen Anna Velshara of the Dominion of New Terra, and you, Daniel Reeves, have just passed a test that 347 other candidates have failed." Daniel's wrench clattered to the deck. "I'm sorry. You're what?" "For the past 2 years, I have traveled the known galaxy in disguise," Anna explained, her voice taking on a more formal cadence. "The Dominion law requires that the Queen marry before her 30th year. But I refused to choose a husband based on political advantage or wealth. I wanted someone with integrity. Someone who would do the right thing even when no one was watching. Someone ... human. Wait. Daniel held up his hands, his mind reeling. You're telling me this whole broken ship thing was fake? Oh no. The damage was quite real. I had it sabotaged specifically for these tests. Anna stepped closer, and despite his shock, Daniel noticed she was smiling. Most mechanics either tried to overcharge me egregiously or, upon discovering my true identity, through the unique isotopic signature of the ship's hull plating, immediately changed their prices and behavior. You did neither, because I didn't scan the hull plating, Daniel said weakly. I was to focus on keeping you from exploding. Exactly. Anna's smile widened. You saw a person in need and helped them. You charged fairly. You worked with skill and dedication. These are the qualities I need in a consort. Daniel sat down hard on a nearby crate. This is insane. You can't just. I mean, we just met. I'm a mechanic. I have grease under my fingernails. You're a human, Anna corrected. And humanity has a reputation across the galaxy. Your people don't cheat. They don't take the easy path when the right path is harder. They've been spreading across the stars for only 200 years. Yet everywhere you go, you leave things better than you found them. She extended her hand. So, Daniel Reeves, I'm not asking you to marry me tomorrow. I'm asking if you'd be willing to get to know me, the real me, and see where it leads. Daniel looked at her hand, then at his ship repair business, then back at the queen of an interstellar empire standing in his repair bay. He took her hand. Well, he said, I guess I should probably close the shop early today.